We got Heat versus Celtics game one, and I have two bets for you guys to lock in. I went on an absolute heater in the conference semifinals, hoping to continue that hot streak in the conference finals. Like I said, in this game specifically, this video specifically, we will be betting Heat Celtics game one. So the first play that we're going to go ahead and lock in here is a main line point spread. We are taking the Heat plus 8.5 minus 110 odds at BetMGM. Now, I did tweet this out, so for those of you that saw that, you already know my angle here, but this is a playoff betting system that I absolutely love. This system is 2-0 so far on these playoffs, which I'll detail, but first things first, the system is in game one of a playoff series that is past the first round, you're going to want to take the spread of the more well-rested team, the team that played fewer games in their previous series. So for this game specifically, the Heat beat the Knicks in 6 games, and they last played on Friday. Now, game one between the Celtics and the Heat is on a Wednesday. The Celtics series against the Sixers went 7 games, and they would have last played on Sunday. So the Heat would have played 1 fewer game and would have had 2 extra days of rest compared to the Celtics. As I mentioned, this system has been a play twice so far in these playoffs. Both times, it was actually backing the underdog. And both times, not only did the underdog cover the spread, but they actually won straight up. Those 2 examples would be actually against these Celtics. So Sixers beat the Celtics in game 1, despite being 10.5-point underdogs. The Sixers had their first round series go 4 games. They swept the Nets. The Celtics had their first round series against the Hawks go 6 games. Sixers were the more well-rested team. Not only did they cover game 1, but they won straight up. It was also a play for the Lakers in game 1 against the Warriors. The Warriors went 7 games against the Kings in the first round. The Lakers went 6 games against the Grizzlies in the first round. The Lakers were underdogs playing in Golden State, won straight up. Now, I'm not telling you that the Heat are going to win straight up. I am just taking them plus 8.5. Now, one thing that's kind of funny is that this was actually a play last year for these same 2 exact teams. Game 1, Heat versus Celtics. The Celtics had a 7-game series against the Bucks. The Heat had a 6-game series against the Sixers. The Heat won game 1. So we are riding with the Heat plus 8.5 minus 110 odds at BetMGM as play number 1. Play number 2, you guys are going to call me crazy. We're taking Jason Tatum under 28.5 points. That is at plus 110 odds at FanDuel. Now, you could also take his under 29.5 for better odds. I should say for more favorable to occur odds at minus 113. Obviously, if he lands on exactly 29, that bet wins. But I am taking the plus money, and I'm taking Jason Tatum to go under 28.5. Again, that's at plus 110 at FanDuel. Now, I understand that fading Tatum feels dumb after watching what he just did in game 7 against the Sixers when he put up over 50 points. But it was a weird series for Tatum. Now, game 7, he was amazing. I'm not going to take a single thing away from him in game 7. He was absolutely incredible. Destroyed the Sixers' soul. But prior to that, he hadn't been that great. So game 6, he gets all the heroic talk about what an amazing finish he had. And he was great in the fourth quarter. I think he had 14 or 16 points in the fourth quarter. But guess what? He had 3 points heading into the fourth quarter. He ended that game with 19 points. So it wasn't as though he had a good game overall. He just won them the game in the fourth quarter. So games 4 through 6 overall, right? Game 4, game 5, and game 6. In each of those games, he started off 0-5 in the first quarter. Literally didn't score a bucket in the first quarter of all 3 of those games. In the first half of those 3 games, here are his stats. 1 of 11, 3 of 11, 0 of 10. Now, I don't necessarily know what to make of the slow starts specifically, but I can speak to why I believe he has had such an inconsistent playoff series against the Sixers. It's because Tatum falls in love with the tough shot, right? He loves taking the step back 3-pointer or some sort of contested mid-range. And when he's on, it's beautiful, but when he's off, those are really difficult shots to make, even when you have a Tyrese Maxey or a James Harden defender on you, which he did some of the time against the Sixers. My issue with Tatum is that he doesn't like to get to the line. Now, he did on game 7. He got to the line a ton in game 7, but that's not normally his game, right? He normally doesn't play as physical as you see from a guy like a Jimmy Butler. So in those games, in game 7 where his shot's falling and he's getting to the rim, he looks like the best basketball player on the planet. But in the other 3 games where his shot's not falling, he's not getting to the rim, he looks not like the best basketball player on the planet. Now, in this series against the Heat, he's going to be going against either Jimmy Butler or Bam, if not switching off between the two of them. So he's not going to have as easy of a matchup as he did against the Sixers, whether it was Tyrese Maxey or James Harden, or even when he got it switched on Embiid. He handled him, especially in that Game 7. So I'm not telling you that I think he's going to have a bad series. I am just predicting him to start slow and go under 28.5 points. And that's it. So 2 plays for you guys. Heat plus 8.5. Tatum under 28.5 points. If you're riding both of these, comment, let me know. If you just like one, if you don't like either, if you're fading me, also comment and let me know. Other than that, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit me up on my Twitter handle that is in the link of this description of the video, or I put a link to it also in the pinned comments. Thanks for watching and have a good one. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Below are all of my different social medias where I post picks and plays daily. Make sure to hit me up there. Also, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as I'm constantly putting out new videos to learn how to make money sports betting. And that's it. So thanks for watching and have a good one.